Hi everyone, Sajid Amit here and welcome to a very quick video on a couple of FlipEars IMs that will, each of which will get their own dedicated review. So these are the FlipEars IMs that I want to talk about. On the right side, I have the FlipEars Aether, pronounced Ether but spelled A-E-T-H-E-R. And on the left, I have the $2,000 Arthas, which are essentially 8BA IMs and just absolutely fantastic IMs. So they're both fantastic IMs. And in case you're heading out to CanJam, New York, I highly recommend you give these guys a listen. I mean, no compulsion, of course, to go and buy based on my recommendation only, but do give these a listen because these are some outstanding IMs. So they don't happen to come from China or Singapore or the US or any of the countries that we associate with IMs, but they come from the Philippines. And Southeast Asia, of which Philippines is part, is of course producing a lot of wonderful IMs because IMs are very, very, very well loved in Southeast Asia, whether it's Malaysia or Singapore or Indonesia or the Philippines or even large parts of China. I mean, a lot of Asians tend to gravitate towards IMs. Asia does have a demographic dividend, so there are a lot of young people who are mobile and dynamic, and they love IMs, which is wonderful. And it's also a very techie sort of a culture in parts of Southeast Asia, which I think make people gravitate towards IMs. So without further ado, I just want to take you guys through the unboxing of their $2,000 product, the Arthas. The Arthas are just amazing. So these are the Arthas, of course. They have tuning switches, which work really well. The faceplates are really pretty. I'll just try to hold them up for you so you can make out the faceplates. So they have the decorative pattern on both sides of the IM, and these tuning switches, like I keep talking about, work really, really well. I've mentioned them in previous videos, of course. These switches absolutely work and work really well and give you a bass boost if you need one, or a treble boost if you need that. All BA, 8BA in 2-2-2-2 formation, so 2 for sub bass, 2 for low mids, 2 for upper mids, and 2 for highs. Impedance is 16 ohms at 1 kilohertz, and sensitivity is 118 decibels at 1 MW, 1 milliwatt. Okay, so this is the unboxing, guys. Unboxing is pretty fantastic. So you get this box that says FlipEars, of course, and then you open it, and it's not like anything I've seen before. You get this LCD screen. A very beautiful video, very well edited, showing the philosophy behind the Artha and what FlipEars was going for with the Artha. So this is wonderful, and of course you should check this out, not just because of this wonderful unboxing experience. You get this beautiful leather case. I'll just take the leather case out, and it's snugly fit inside this foam insert. But you also get this very high quality cable that just feels premium to look at and touch, and the cable sounds fantastic. Very high quality and premium connectors, as you can tell. So yeah, I mean, you get a whole bunch of stuff. You'll obviously get extra tips and stuff, which are housed right here. So I mean, very, very elaborate in terms of unboxing. The Arthas are fantastic. If you have followed my channel in the past, you know that I've ranked the Artha in my top 10 IMs of 2023 over a lot of more well-regarded IMs such as 64 Audio U12T, over a lot of Empire Ear stuff, over a lot of Noble Audio stuff, because I really dig their sound signature. They sound like a mini Ormo Audio Jewel, like a better version of a Dunu SA6, because they're very smooth in the mids and just very beautiful, and they sound very airy in particular. Now, if I have to compare between the Aethers and the Arthas, the Aethers also have a wonderful faceplate design, very unique, and a pattern on both sides, just as is the case with the Arthas. And the Aethers also are all BA IMs, so there are essentially 4 BA IMs with the 4-way crossover, a bass switch. It doesn't have a treble switch. The bass switch works really well. So of the 4 BAs, one is for low sub or sub bass, one is for low mid-range, one is for upper mids, and one is for high. A sensitivity of 109 dB, and just amazing. Priced at $700. So this is $700. This is $2,000. Guys, this is better than any Dunu product that I've come across. So give this a shout. Give this a listen, rather. Give this a try and see what you think. They sound amazing. They really sound amazing. The Aethers and the Arthas both sound amazing. And I understand these are not even their flagship. Their flagship Aurora is coming out during CanJam Singapore. And I'm trying to get my hands before CanJam Singapore, hands on Aurora, and so I can report back to you guys, because I love discovering new brands and talking about them, because a lot of new brands deserve a lot of credit. In terms of how they sound different, so the Aethers are more sub-bass focused and have a higher bass quantity in their stock tuning. The Artha has slightly less sub-bass and perhaps, especially with the sub-bass switch off. The Aether is extremely bassy with the bass switch on, and the bass quality is, I think, a little better on the Artha. It's more textured and more resolute. Staging-wise, Artha is definitely wider and holographic. It does feel a lot like the Jewel in that regard, because it parses through the images and gives you a lot of image corporeality, very fleshed out images. The Aether, on the other hand, takes a very, it does still do imaging really well, but, for its price point of $700. Now, mid-range wise, they're both fantastic. I mean, in general, this brand does mid-range really well, which is another reason why you should check it out. I know a lot of you audiophiles like mid-range. It is a bit nuanced on the Artha because it is more expensive and more detailed and all that. However, the Aether just has a slightly smoother mid-range, slightly warmer mid-range, possibly because of the mid-bass and lower mids. A bit like HD650 in its nature. The Artha's mid-range is a little cleaner, but it's not septic or anything. But flipping on the bass switch on the Artha can give this a warmer mid-range. So that's it, guys. A very quick shout out, a very, very quick video discussion on these two wonderful IMs from this wonderful company, FlipEars, which have been making studio monitors for about 11 to 12 years for Filipino musicians. So they're finishing their pedigree, their product development pedigree, their signage, their branding, their everything is very impressive. I do like their stock cables a lot. I have been listening a lot with the ear audio cable as well, just because I like the color combination and the complementarity that I achieve with green and red. So this is from Ear Audio. I'll leave a link to Ear Audio's cables. They're pretty fantastic cables by their own right. Ergonomics, sound fantastic. So I highly rate these cables. They'll get a separate review, but for now, if you want to check them out, I'll leave a link to these as well. And I'll leave links to these IMs. Thank you for watching, guys, and stay tuned for my next one. Bye-bye.